So imagine this, a place that was once just brimming with life, a real beacon of healing for a whole city, a hub of hope where so many families found some kind of solace.
A vital part of the community.
Exactly. But then picture that same place years down the line, completely abandoned.
Just left to decay.
Yeah, walls cracked, windows boarded up. It's got this chilling feel, almost like it's wrapped in this palpable mystery.
And you have to wonder, right, what kind of secrets could possibly be hiding inside those walls?
Especially when, seemingly out of nowhere, it becomes the scene of a really terrifying crime.
That's exactly the journey we're taking you on today. Welcome to the deep dive. Our mission here is, well, to guide you through this single, really compelling story, a perplexing case out of Tehran. And it's not just a story that unfolds ABC. It weaves together history, this deep-seated fear, and a detective's relentless chase for the truth against some pretty incredible odds.
It sounds intense.
It is. We're going to piece together the events, look closely at the clues, and really confront the unsettling history that sort of defines this mystery. We want to help you navigate all the layers, just like an investigator would.
So a proper deep dive.
Absolutely. Into the chilling final night of a nurse and a detective's push to find out what really happened inside those decaying hospital walls.
And right at the center of it all, the thing that pulls us into this whole maze is the tragic death of a nurse, Mina Rahimi. This happened at an old hospital in Tehran, one that was only partially reopened. It was the winter of 1404, which is, for most of us, 2025.
Right.
But this isn't just some random crime. You get the sense, reading the account, that it's more like a doorway into something much darker, much older, a secret that's been festering there for decades.
Yeah, hidden in plain sight, almost.
We're going to unpack this clue by chilling clue. We'll follow the lead detective's steps and piece together a story that turns out to be way bigger and, frankly, more disturbing than it first seems.
So settle in.
Yeah. Our journey into the silent corridors of Shariati Hospital. Well, it starts right now.
Okay, so to really grasp the weight of this case, we have to start with the place itself. Shariati Hospital.
The setting is key here.
Absolutely, because
All
it
right.
wasn't always this derelict place we hear about later. In its prime, it was a major player in Tehran's medical world. Reputable, highly respected, a really important medical center.
Where was it located again?
Right at the end of Sohravardi Street. Served the community for years, lots of lives saved, tough diagnoses made, the works.
A place of hope, really.
Definitely. But that all came crashing down after this really mysterious fire back in 1395. That's 2016 for us.
And this wasn't a small fire.
No, not at all. It completely wiped out the surgical ward, made a huge chunk of the hospital unusable, and, well, that led to its closure.
Okay.
But even then, things were strange. Rumors started swirling almost immediately. People were whispering it wasn't an accident. That was the word on the street. And, even creepier, stories about strange disappearances right after the fire. Patients, nurses, just gone, vanished without a trace.
Wow. Okay, so that history alone is incredibly ominous.
Exactly. It sets a really dark tone for everything that happens later. Suspicion, missing people, it's all there from the start.
And then came the neglect. Just years of abandonment.
Total decay.
The source paints such a vivid picture. You mentioned the cracked gray walls, the brick and windows boarded up, weeds pushing through the tiles in the courtyard, just derelict.
A real ghost of a building.
But then, twist, it gets partially reopened. That seems counterintuitive.
It does, but it was purely practical. Apparently there was a severe bed shortage across Tehran's other hospitals.
Okay. Necessity.
Right. So they brought back just the ground floor and a few rooms, strictly for emergency patients.
Can you imagine working there?
Yeah.
The nurses and doctors must have hated it.
The account says they were incredibly reluctant, especially for the night shifts. It felt like this grim duty, their professional side battling this deep sense of unease.
And the atmosphere? The local legends?
Oh, yeah. Wandering spirits, strange sounds echoing in the cold. It wasn't just talk. It fed into this really unsettling environment, a constant background hum of dread.
It sounds less like a hospital and more like something alive and watching.
That's a good way to put it. A breathing, unsettling presence. And that's the world Mina Rahimi stepped into.
Right, Mina. Let's talk about her. She was 32, a nurse. The source mentions her long black hair, tired eyes.
Yeah, but professionally. Top-notch. Calm, dutiful, dedicated, the kind of person you'd want looking after you.
But what's really striking, as you hinted, is her choice to voluntarily work nights there.
Exactly. Given how much everyone else seemed to hate it, even fear it, Why? Why would she choose that?
Maybe money troubles.
That's one possibility. A financial need that just outweighed the creepiness factor. Or maybe something else was driving her. A hidden motivation, some kind of deep, maybe even obsessive curiosity about the place.
Pulling her in when everyone else was pushing away.
Precisely. What was it about Shariati, despite its reputation, that called to Mina? That's a key question right from the start.
But then things started to change for her, personally.
Yeah, the narrative highlights this pretty strongly. Her friends noticed she was getting quieter, more withdrawn.
And she started talking about things she'd seen.
Specific things, not just general unease. She mentioned moving shadows with no owners, these moaning sounds coming from the basement.
Moaning sounds. From the basement. Ugh.
And this constant, uncanny feeling of being watched, like eyes following her through the empty halls.
And her colleagues, what do they make of it?
Well, they mostly dismissed it, blamed it on fatigue, the stress of the night shifts in such a grim place. Maybe they were just uncomfortable themselves.
Understandable, maybe, but...
But Mina insisted. She was adamant that something was deeply, fundamentally wrong with that hospital.
Which leaves us, and you listening, with this big question. Was it just exhaustion, playing tricks? Or was it something else?
Supernatural. Or maybe something very real, very human, lurking in those shadows she saw.
That's the chilling part. Could have been something physical she was sensing?
It's a possibility Sharifi definitely had to consider later.
Hmm.
Now, let's get into the night itself, the night of the incident.
Okay.
The atmosphere was just primed for something bad. It was late, past 2 a.m., cold winter air, wind rattling those broken windows.
Sending echoes down the empty corridors. Sounds like a horror movie setup.
It really does. And Mina's there in the ground floor nursing station, just trying to do her job, filling out patient reports, trying to maintain some normalcy.
Was she alone, staff-wise?
Essentially, yes. There was only one patient registered that night. An unidentified man, car accident victim, down in room 3 at the end of the hall.
Okay, so one patient, she'd given him meds earlier.
Hours earlier. So, on the surface, it seemed calm, routine even. But the source describes this oppressive quiet hanging in the air, a silence so thick it made Mina really anxious.
And the radio she usually listened to?
Dead, just static, which would only make that feeling of isolation worse, right? No connection to the outside world, just the wind and the silence, deepening the dread.
Okay, so she's anxious, it's late, it's quiet. And then she decides to check on the patient.
Exactly. A standard nursing duty. She gets up, heads down that long, dark corridor. The emergency lights are mostly out, casting these weird, long shadows.
Just walking into the darkness, basically.
Pretty much. She gets to room 3, opens the door, and her breath just catches.
He's gone.
The bed is empty. Sheets all messed up like someone left in a real hurry. And the heart monitor turned off.
Turned off. That's deliberate.
Very deliberate. No sign of him anywhere. Not under the bed, not in the bathroom. Vanished.
Which makes you wonder. Was there ever really a patient, or was this whole thing a setup?
That's the immediate red flag, isn't it? The absence itself feels staged, like a lure. It signals this isn't straightforward at all.
And then things get worse.
Oh, much worse. As she's standing there trying to process the empty bed, she hears this scratching sound from behind the wall.
Scratching? Like what?
Like nails on concrete, the source says. Raw, desperate sounding. She calls out, but only her own voice echoes back.
Creepy.
Then she sees it. At the far end of the corridor, a shadow, tall, elongated. Just for a second, then it vanishes into the deeper darkness.
Okay, pure terror time. He runs.
She runs, back towards the nursing station, desperate for safety, for a phone. But before she gets there, boom, the emergency lights flicker and die.
Plunging her into total darkness.
Absolute darkness. Her phone flashlight flickers out too. Useless.
No.
And then she hears them. Footsteps. Heavy. Like iron boots, the description says. Coming up right behind her. Getting closer.
She must have been frantic.
Completely. She makes a split-second decision, veers towards the basement stairs, thinks emergency exit down there.
Is it open?
No. Lock solid. Trapped. She turns back. Sees the shadow, much closer now, coming towards her in the pitch black.
Oh, God.
The last thing she feels. A hard blow to the back of her head. Then... nothing. Just darkness.
That sequence, it's so detailed, so specific, it feels calculated.
Exactly. The vanishing patient, the lights going out, the locked door, it screams premeditation. This wasn't random. This was a targeted pursuit.
In the next morning.
The next morning, the hospital guard, a Mr. Akbari, finds her.
In the basement.
In the basement, lying on the cold floor, eyes wide open, frozen in this expression of just absolute terror. Like she saw something truly horrific right at the end.
Awful. And the evidence at the scene.
Two key things, both deeply disturbing. A broken syringe lying next to her.
The syringe, okay.
And on the wall, scrawled in her own blood, this message.
No.
No one leaves here alive.
Chilling.
Yeah.
That's not just murder. That's a statement. A signature.
Exactly. Designed to send a terrifying message. Akbari, shaking, calls police station 12. The official investigation begins.
And that brings Detective Bahram Sharifi onto the scene. His reputation precedes him. Right?
Oh, definitely. He's renowned. Solved the Qazi Kazemi murder, the burnt body case in Lele Park. Really complex, high-profile stuff.
So the police knew this was serious from the get-go, sending him in.
Absolutely. His involvement signals this isn't your run-of-the-mill homicide. He arrives at the basement, takes it all in the smell of damp, mold, blood.
Grim.
He notes Mina's body is still warm, time of death only hours before, confirms the brutality, but also senses something methodical about it all.
So what are his first key observations? What jumps out at him?
Well, the broken syringe, obviously, that's immediate physical evidence. But
Yeah.
the big thing is the missing patient.
Right, the patient who wasn't there.
Exactly, no sign of him. And crucially, the patient's file is gone from the nursing station, too.
Gone. Okay, that's huge. Like wiping someone from existence.
It screams orchestration. It suggests the patient either never existed or was part of the whole plan. Then there's Akbari, the guard's testimony.
What does he say?
He swears no one else entered the hospital all night, just him and Mina.
So, an inside job. Or someone incredibly skilled at getting in and out unseen.
Those are the immediate possibilities Sharifi has to wrestle with. A very small suspect pool or a very sophisticated perpetrator.
So, Sharifi starts walking the scene. He goes up to the ground floor corridor. Mina walked down.
Right. Taking in the decay, the cracked tiles, the damp walls, silent witnesses.
And room 3.
He inspects it meticulously. Empty bed, still unsettling. But underneath the bed, he finds something.
What is it?
A small piece of white fabric, looks like it's torn from a hospital uniform, and it's stained with blood.
Okay, that's potentially massive. Whose blood?
Exactly the question. He sends it straight to the lab for analysis. Meanwhile, that message in the basement, no one leaves here alive. That's really bothering him.
It feels like more than just a murder threat.
It feels like a warning, maybe? A declaration linked to the place itself. It hints at something much bigger, much darker going on.
And this is where Sharifi starts connecting the dots, right? Looking beyond just Mina's death.
Yes, this is where his experience really shows. He doesn't just focus on the immediate scene. He starts digging into the hospital's past. Back at Station 12, he pulls the archives on Shariati.
And the file on the 2016 fire catches his eye.
Immediately, the report details the destruction of the surgical ward, mentions the persistent arson rumors.
But then he finds something else in that file.
Yes. A note, handwritten, mentioning several patients and nurses went missing after the fire. No trace found.
Wow. A direct link across the years. Missing people after that fire.
It's a potential game changer. It suggests Mina's murder might be the latest chapter in a long, dark story connected to that fire and those disappearances.
A pattern.
Exactly, a pattern of silencing maybe, or covering something up.
So how does he follow up on that?
He tracks down an old nurse who used to work there, Miss Shanaz. She's elderly now, clearly still affected by her time at Shariati.
And does she confirm the weirdness after the fire?
She does. She tells Sharifi, sometimes moaning sounds came from the basement as if someone was crying. Validates those creepy stories.
Okay, that adds another layer of, well, horror.
But then she reveals something crucial about Mina herself. She confirms Mina was intensely curious. She actually told Miss Shanaz she wanted to find out what was hidden in this hospital.
So Mina was actively investigating. She wasn't just a random victim.
Precisely. She was digging into the secrets. She likely got too close to whatever truth was buried there. That's why she was targeted. She became a threat.
Okay, so Mina was investigating. What does Sharifi do next? This feels like a turning point.
It is. Armed with this knowledge that Mina was actively looking for something, Sharifi goes back to the basement. But this time, he's not just looking, he's searching. Methodically. Intensely.
And he finds.
He finds it. Hidden away in a corner behind some old junk, a secret door leading to an old tunnel.
The secret tunnel under the hospital.
Exactly. And the tunnel itself, it sounds nightmarish. Smells awful. Mold, damp earth. And the walls are covered in these strange scratches.
Scratches.
Yeah, the source says, as if someone had been scratching them with a knife for years. Just raw, desperate marks.
Chilling. What's at the end of the tunnel?
A small, hidden room, untouched for who knows how long, filled with old files, rusted medical gear, relics.
And in that room,
Among the files, under the dust, he finds a name on one of them. Dr. Farhad Rahmani.
Rahmani, the name from his previous cases, the elusive businessman.
The very same. Sharifi's heart pounds, the source says. He knows instantly. This connects Mina's murder directly to Rahmani, to the Qazi Kazemi case, the burnt body case. It links everything.
This blows the case wide open. It's not just about the hospital anymore.
Not at all. It's about a network, a conspiracy. Rahmani is the key.
So finding Rahmani's name down there, it changes everything.
Completely. It shifts the investigation from a single murder, however brutal, to a potential large-scale criminal operation with Rahmani at the center.
Does Sharifi try to find Rahmani immediately?
He does. Go straight to Rahmani's mansion in Zafrani. But, surprise, surprise.
He's gone again. Vanished.
Yeah. Like smoke. His usual pattern. But he left things behind. In the mansion's basement, Sharifi finds a box.
Lieutenant.
Fake medical documents, tons of them. And syringes. Syringes identical to the one found next to Mina's body.
Okay, so concrete evidence linking Rahmani directly to the scene, or at least the method.
Exactly. It solidifies Sharifi's terrifying conclusion. Rahmani wasn't just some shady businessman. He was running things. He and his network had turned Shariati Hospital into a hub for illegal, horrible activities.
A massive conspiracy, hidden for years.
Decades, maybe. And more clues start surfacing now, reinforcing this.
Like the forensics on that piece of uniform?
Right. The report comes back. The blood, not Mina's. It belonged to someone unknown.
Unknown.
Yeah, and when they tried to run DNA, maybe from the supposed missing patient, nothing matched in the system. 0 results.
Which could mean the victim was off-grid, or
the patient never really existed in the system. It points to a sophisticated cover-up, maybe even a phantom patient used as bait. Classic misdirection.
And didn't another guard see something?
Yes, Reza, a younger guard. He remembers seeing a man in a dark coat entering the hospital late one night, weeks before Mina's death. Never saw him leave.
Matching Mina's descriptions of shadows.
Perfectly. Giving credibility to what she was seeing, what her colleagues dismissed. Then there's the CCTV.
Let me guess. Useless.
Completely. Full of noise, distortion, looks deliberately tampered with. Someone knew how to cover their tracks digitally, too.
Okay, this network sounds incredibly organized and ruthless.
And then, back in the basement tunnel, among those old files, Sharifi finds another note. Handwritten.
What does it say?
Mina knew too much. We have to silence her.
Oh my God. Explicit confirmation.
And the handwriting. It matches notes from the Qazi Kazemi and burnt body cases.
So it's confirmed. All linked. All Rahmani's network.
Sharifi is now certain these aren't separate incidents. They're part of a pattern of elimination orchestrated by Rahmani.
But what exactly were they doing at the hospital? What was the original sin, so to speak?
That comes next. Sharifi digs even deeper into old police archives, cross-referencing, looking for patterns, and he finds it.
Finds what?
A report from the 1990s documenting illegal experiments on patients at Shariati Hospital.
Illegal experiments.
Yeah.
Before the fire.
Yes. Unauthorized drug trials, using patients as guinea pigs, and guess who's named as a key investor?
Dr. Farhad Rahmani.
Bingo. It connects everything. The experiments, the need for secrecy, the potential for victims, the fire likely being a cover-up, the disappearances, Mina stumbling onto this horrifying history. It all stems from these illegal trials funded by Rahmani.
That is horrifying. Betraying the very purpose of a hospital.
Absolutely. But the full horror? It's still not completely revealed. Sharifi knows there must be more down in that tunnel.
Well, he goes back again.
He goes back again. This time with a full team, powerful lights, ready to uncover whatever is hidden in the deepest parts. They push further into the tunnel complex and they find another room, hidden even deeper, filled with metal shelves.
Shelves. Containing what?
Human skeletons. Row after row, each one labeled, name, date of death, a meticulous, horrific archive of their victims.
Like a private morgue, or worse.
And the final sickening piece of the puzzle clicks into place. One of the labels belongs to a patient who officially went missing the night of the 1395 fire.
Connecting the skeletons directly to the fire and the disappearances.
It's the horrifying confirmation. Shariati wasn't just a site for illegal trials, it was their dumping ground, a mass grave hidden beneath the city.
Unbelievable.
Sharifi realizes he's uncovered the heart of this monstrous secret. The fire, the missing people, the sounds, Mina's fear, her murder. It all leads back to this hidden chamber of horrors.
So they issue an arrest warrant for Romani.
Immediately. But when the police raid his mansion,
He's gone again.
vanished, leaving behind the evidence, the skeletons, the terror, but escaping justice once more.
But the story doesn't quite end with Romani's escape, does it? There's a final chilling coda involving Sharifi himself.
That's right. It shows the threat didn't just disappear with Romani. The night after he vanished, Sharifi's at home, in his apartment in Yusufabad, trying to process everything.
And he hears something.
Footsteps. Outside his door. Heavy. Deliberate. Then the lights go out, plunged into darkness.
Just like Mina.
Exactly. And he sees a shadow under his door. Tall, menacing. He grabs his weapon, obviously, ready for anything.
But when he opens the door...
Nothing. No one there. Corridor's empty. Just a piece of paper on the floor.
Another note.
A final message. The shadows see you.
Wow. A direct threat to the detective himself.
A chilling reminder that Romani, his network, they're still out there, watching, operating from the darkness. Sharifi's left looking out at the Tehran night, knowing the threat lingers, and that deserted hospital still holds more secrets.
Leaving us, the listeners, with this profound sense of unease. Some things just don't get neatly resolved.
Absolutely. This deep dive really peeled back layer after layer, didn't it? From what looked like one tragic murder.
Right, just Mina's death initially.
To this decades-long conspiracy. Illegal experiments, missing people, a suspicious fire, all orchestrated by this shadowy network under Romani.
It really shows how a single event can be just the tip of a horrifying iceberg, deeply rooted in a past that was allowed to fester.
Exactly, a past hidden beneath the surface of the city.
And it makes you think about those shadows you mentioned, the literal ones Mina saw, but also the metaphorical ones, the perpetrators operating unseen.
Yeah, the idea that some secrets, some acts are so dark, they leave this imprint on a place, a palpable feeling.
And that the people behind them, like Romani, can just continue to operate from the darkness, always watching.
It's a deeply unsettling thought, that even when you shine a light, the threat might just remain.
So as we wrap this up, maybe the final thought for you, our listener, is what does it really mean?
Yeah, what does it mean for us as a society when the very places designed to heal us, places built on trust, become sites of unimaginable horror, used as burial grounds?
And you have to wonder, how many other abandoned places like Shuriati are out there, quietly holding on to their own dark secrets?
Waiting for someone curious, or maybe brave enough, like Mina was.
Even if it means facing those shadows head on.
We hope this deep dive gave you more than just the facts of this chilling case. Maybe a renewed sense of those hidden histories that shape our world, and perhaps, a deeper respect for those who dare to seek the truth, no matter how terrifying it turns out to be.